All right, listen up. Have you ever stared down a complex kanji and felt like you were trying to crack some impossible code? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not just memorizing symbols, we're going to learn the system to see what they really mean.
Look, don't get bogged down in memorizing every single reading right now. That's not the mission today. Just like in a real battle, true victory isn't about knowing every soldier's name. It's about understanding the enemy's core strategy. Once you see a character's true form, its real meaning, you've pretty much already won. So, here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. We are going to conquer an entire family of kanji. Every single character built around the idea of the heart. By the time this briefing is over, you'll be able to look at them and know exactly what they're about.
Now to pull this off, you're going to need the right tools. Your arsenal for today, it consists of 3 distinct heart radicals. Think of these as the master keys that will unlock the meaning behind dozens of these so-called enemy characters.
All right, let's take a look at what we're working with. First up, we have Rishinben. You'll see it on the side of a character. This is your busy heart or moving heart. It's all about those instant gut reaction emotions. Second, Kokoro. This one sits at the bottom. This is the thinking heart, for when things get a little deeper, more contemplative. And finally, Shitoro Kokoro. It's also at the bottom, but it represents the unwavering heart, a person's core attitude, something that doesn't change. You ready? Let's move out.
Okay, first tool from the arsenal, Rishinben, the moving heart. You'll always spot this one on the left side of a character, and its key word, the thing you need to remember, is reaction. This radical is a dead giveaway for feelings that happen in a flash, way before your brain even has time to catch up.
Okay, take a look at the character for fear. Imagine you turn a corner and see something that just spooks you. What happens? Your heart leaps into your throat, right? That physical jolt, that's a pure, unthinking, instant reaction. And that's exactly what the Rishinben radical is capturing here. The heart literally jumping in response to something. And hey, this logic works for good feelings too. Check out the character for pleasant. Think about stepping outside on a perfect sunny day or feeling a cool breeze. Your spirit just lifts instantly. It's that immediate brightening of your mood, a quick, happy reaction. And that's why it's got the moving heart radical. Next up, we've got regret, or that feeling of pure frustration. You know that moment? You lose a game you absolutely should have won? That feeling. It's not a logical thought process, is it? No, it's a raw punch to the gut. It's your heart just screaming no without any rational thought. That instant painful reaction, that is pure Rishinben. And for our last one in this group, let's look at compassion. You know when you see someone struggling and you feel that little pang of sympathy? That's not a calculated decision. Your heart just kind of moves on its own, a spontaneous warmth. It's that natural emotional reaction that puts it squarely in the Rishinben family.
All right, let's grab our second tool, Kokoro, the thinking heart. Now, this radical sits at the bottom of a character, and it signals a big shift. We're moving away from those instant reactions and into deep, internal processing. This is where your head and your heart really start working together.
Let's kick things off with a classic, the character for to think. I mean, just look at how it's built. That top part, the boxy bit. That represents the brain, or the head, and right underneath it, there's our kokoro, the heart. So thinking, in this sense, is literally the brain and the heart working together. It's not just cold logic, it's deep, meaningful contemplation. Okay, now let's break down to forget. The component on top literally means to perish or to disappear, and below it we have our thinking heart. So what does it mean to forget something? It means that memory has literally died or vanished from your heart. Wow, that's a powerful and kind of beautiful way to picture it, isn't it? Now let's look at the word for intention or meaning. See that top part? That means sound. And underneath it, of course, is the heart. So your intention is literally the sound of your heart. It's that true inner voice, what you really mean deep down inside. It's a sound that maybe only you can hear, but it's what drives all of your actions. And when you put those last two side by side, you see this really beautiful contrast, right? To forget is when the heart disappears from something. But to have intention is when the sound of your heart is right there, present and clear. One is a total absence, and the other is a powerful presence.
Now this might be one of the most visually striking kanji out there. To endure. Just look at it. You have a blade positioned directly over the heart. So to endure means to have that knife held right to your heart and to not cry out, to bear this immense internal pressure without ever breaking.
That's heavy. And last for this category, we have to be moved, like in a really profound, emotional way. Now you might think, wait, isn't that an instant reaction? But notice, it uses the thinking heart. And why is that? Well, because this isn't just a quick jolt like fear. This is a deep feeling that you have to absorb, process, and let it settle in. It's something that touches your very core.
All right, time for our final and, I gotta say, maybe the coolest tool in the kit, Shita Kokoro, the unwavering heart. Now, like Kokoro, it sits at the bottom of the character, but it means something totally different. This isn't about passing feelings or deep thoughts. This is about your fundamental stance on something, your unchanging character.
So, first up, to adore, or to yearn for. Now, we're not talking about a temporary crush here. This is a deep, lasting admiration you have for a role model, someone you really look up to. It signifies this continuous state of respect, an unwavering attitude of admiration. That right there is the essence of Shita Kokoro.
And this next character, it just perfectly captures that whole concept of attitude. It means respectful or reverent. It describes a consistent behavior of formal politeness, bowing deeply, using polite language. This isn't just a feeling you have in the moment, it's a demonstrated core part of who you are. It's an unwavering, respectful posture.
And that completes our deep dive into the heart family. It's time for the debrief to confirm mission success. You now have the intel, you have the tools to recognize the core meaning of these characters the second you see them.
So here it is, the entire system laid out in one glance. You've got Rishinben on the left, which signals an instant reaction. You have Kokoro at the bottom, which means deep thought is happening. And you have Shita Kokoro also at the bottom, which points to an unwavering attitude. Once you see it, the pattern is crystal clear, isn't it?
And this right here, this is the whole point. This is the weapon you now have. Even if you come across some crazy-looking character and you completely blank on the reading, you can now see the radical at its core and get the gist of its meaning. You can tell if it's a reaction, a thought, or an attitude. The radical reveals the enemy's strategy. Kanji is no longer something you need to fear.
You have the system, you have the tools. The only thing left to do is to get out there and use them. Now go, seize your victory.